Succulents are famous for their sculptural leaves, but what if I told you some of my succulents surprise me with stunning flowers too? If you've ever wondered why certain fleshy plants suddenly bloom while others never do, this guide will help you choose and care for the ones that actually flower at home. Some of my sedum varieties are among the easiest flowering succulents I grow because they thrive in full sun and hardly ask for attention. When mature clumps send up soft pink flower heads, they add a gentle cottage garden feel even in dry, low-maintenance spaces. Dividing overcrowded clumps every few years keeps them vigorous and blooming. The vibrant carpet from my ice plant, that's Delosperma, spreads quickly and covers itself in jewel-like blooms through warm months. Once established in bright sun and well-drained soil, it tolerates heat and drought effortlessly. It's one of those ground-hugging succulents that flowers reliably without fuss. My portulaca, also called moss rose, behaves like a living garden bouquet in summer. Because it opens fresh, saturated blooms almost daily, I find it especially rewarding from seed thriving in hot, sunny spots where other annuals struggle. Minimal watering and full sun keep it flowering non-stop. The alpine charm of Lucia plants stands out with clusters of apricot pink or white blooms. Rising above neat evergreen glades, they prefer bright sun but cool roots, so excellent drainage is essential. Despite their delicate look, they tolerate cold surprisingly well. Living stones, or lithops, look like tiny pebbles most of the year, so their sudden daisy-like flowers always feel magical. I water sparingly during active growth and stop during summer dormancy until the leaf split widens again in autumn. Bright direct light is key to getting blooms. Trailing stems of my burro's tail create a soft cascade, and in ideal bright light they can produce clusters of small pink to red flowers in spring. I keep watering minimal and avoid moving the plant too much, because the plump leaves drop easily. Hanging placement encourages healthy growth and flowering. Kalanchoe plants reward bright light with clusters of long-lasting blooms in red, orange, yellow, or white. After flowering, I reduce watering and give it a rest period to encourage future buds. They're often treated as temporary gifts, but with patience they can rebloom. Rosettes of my echeveria collection occasionally send up elegant flower stalks lined with bell-shaped blooms. Strong sun maintains compact form and encourages flowering, though I protect them from harsh afternoon heat and very hot weather. Well-drained soil prevents rot and keeps them healthy. The tree-like form of jade plants rarely flowers indoors, yet in very dry conditions with cool nights they may produce clusters of pale starry blooms. Even without flowers, their sculptural branches make them long-lived statement succulents. Carefully watering and bright light are essential. Crown of thorns is one of the most dependable bloomers I grow indoors, producing colorful bracts almost year-round in strong light. Because of its sharp spines and irritating sap, I place it safely away from pets and children. Bright sun directly influences how much it flowers. The fuzzy round body of my old lady cactus develops a halo of pink blooms in late winter, when kept on a sunny windowsill. It prefers bright light and infrequent watering typical of desert cacti. Its compact size makes it ideal for indoor flowering displays. String of pearls produces small white scented flowers when given bright indirect light. Cooler nights and slight dryness between waterings. Achieving that balance indoors can be tricky, but the blooms are a delightful bonus to its bead-like foliage. Good drainage prevents root rot. Clusters of my hens and chicks send up starry summer flowers once mature, after which the mother rosette naturally dies. Offsets continue the cycle, so the colony keeps blooming over time. Full sun and gritty soil help them thrive outdoors. The zigzag stems of rickrack cactus occasionally produce large fragrant night blooms once the plant is mature and brightly lit. Though the flowers last only a few days, they're spectacular and worth the wait. Consistent, bright, indirect light supports flowering. Holiday cactus types such as Christmas cactus bloom when they receive long, uninterrupted nights in early autumn. Keeping them in darkness for about half the day triggers bud formation. With minimal care, these heirloom succulents can flower for decades. Rosettes of aeonium plants eventually produce clusters of star-shaped flowers from the center in bright conditions. They prefer very strong light indoors and partial shade outdoors in hot climates. Good airflow and drainage prevent rot. The swollen base of desert rose, or adenium, stores water, while bright sun encourages vivid pink summer blooms. Indoor supplemental grow lights often improve flowering. Warmth and excellent drainage are essential for healthy growth. finger-like stems of peanut cactus can develop bright orange blooms when grown in abundant light. It tolerates indoor culture well, but flowers more readily with strong sun. Slight dryness between watering mimics desert conditions. Hoya carnosa, or wax plant, produces clusters of fragrant starry flowers when grown in very bright light and allowed to mature. I avoid frequent repotting because slight root confinement promotes blooming. Its glossy leaves remain ornamental year-round. And finally, my aloe vera plants rarely flower indoors, but can send up tall spikes of yellow blooms in warm outdoor climates with full sun. Even without flowers, their medicinal foliage makes them worthwhile. They dislike frost and excess moisture. If you want succulents that don't just survive but actually bloom, choosing the right type and giving strong light makes all the difference. Subscribe for more real-life plant care tips and flowering houseplant guides that help your collection truly thrive.